The Honeymoon Hijack, making the best of a surprise guest. The Honeymoon Hijack. Emma and Jake's wedding had been a dream come true. From the moment they exchanged vows to the last dance of the evening, it was a whirlwind of love and joy. As they basked in the glow of their newlywed status, they eagerly anticipated their honeymoon, a luxurious retreat to the Maldives, far away from the stresses of everyday life. On the day of their departure, Emma and Jake arrived at the airport brimming with excitement. They checked in their luggage and were about to head through security when Jake's phone rang. It was his mother, Linda. "Jake, sweetheart, where are you?" Linda's voice was chipper and animated. "We're at the airport, Mum, just about to go through security," Jake replied, slightly puzzled. "Wonderful, I'm just pulling up to the terminal. Wait for me," Linda exclaimed. Emma and Jake exchanged bewildered looks. "Wait for you?" Jake repeated, his confusion growing. "Yes, didn't I tell you? I booked the same flight. I thought it would be a wonderful surprise to join you two on your honeymoon," Linda declared cheerfully. Emma's heart sank. This was supposed to be their time, a chance for her and Jake to escape the world and revel in their newfound marital bliss. The last thing she wanted was Linda tagging along, meddling in their affairs and turning their dream honeymoon into a nightmare. But Jake, ever the dutiful son, couldn't bring himself to refuse his mother's unexpected and unwelcome gesture. As they settled into their seats on the plane, Emma couldn't shake the feeling of dread gnawing at her insides. This was not how she had envisioned her honeymoon, squeezed between her husband and his overbearing mother, with no chance for privacy or intimacy. Once they arrived in the Maldives, Linda wasted no time in inserting herself into their plans. She insisted on joining them for every activity, from snorkeling to sunset dinners, monopolizing Jake's attention and leaving Emma feeling like a third wheel on her own honeymoon. That night, as Emma lay in bed next to a snoring Jake, she couldn't quell the growing resentment inside her. This was supposed to be their time together, their chance to build cherished memories. But with Linda's constant presence, Emma realized she needed to take action. If Linda wanted to be part of their honeymoon, Emma would ensure it was an experience she wouldn't soon forget. The next morning, Emma suggested a boat trip to explore the nearby islands. Linda, always eager to be included, jumped at the opportunity. Emma booked the excursion during the hottest part of the day, knowing full well that Linda wasn't accustomed to the intense tropical sun. As they sailed across the crystal-clear waters, Emma watched with a mix of satisfaction and concern as Linda's fair skin turned a bright shade of red, her discomfort growing with each passing hour. "Emma, dear, do you have any aloe vera?" Linda asked, wincing as she touched her sunburned shoulders. "Oh, I'm so sorry, Linda. I didn't think to pack any," Emma replied sweetly. "Maybe the resort shop has some." That evening, Linda was too exhausted to join them for dinner, giving Emma and Jake a rare moment of privacy. They enjoyed a candle-lit meal on the beach, the sound of the waves creating a romantic backdrop. For the first time since their arrival, Emma felt like she was on her honeymoon. The following day, Emma proposed a hike through the lush rainforest, promising breathtaking views of the island's natural beauty. Linda, eager to prove her adventurous spirit, agreed to join them. Emma selected the most challenging paths, pushing Linda to her physical limits. By the time they reached the summit, Linda was panting and sweaty, her once immaculate hair now a tangled mess. "Emma, I didn't realize this hike would be so strenuous," Linda panted, leaning against a tree. "Oh, I thought you'd enjoy the challenge," Emma replied innocently. "You're always so full of energy." Linda spent the rest of the day recovering in the villa while Emma and Jake explored the island, enjoying each other's company without interruption. They wandered through local markets, sampled exotic fruits, and laughed like they hadn't in days. But Emma wasn't finished yet. For their final day in paradise, she had something special planned, a relaxing spa day at the resort's world-renowned wellness centre. Linda, relieved to finally have a chance to unwind, eagerly accepted the invitation. Emma, however, had booked her in for the most intense detox treatment available, complete with vigorous massages and purifying body wraps. As Linda emerged from the spa, looking more exhausted than relaxed, Emma felt a sense of satisfaction. This might not have been the honeymoon she had envisioned, but she had managed to reclaim a semblance of control and ensured that Linda would think twice before crashing any future vacations. When Linda announced that she had to cut her trip short and catch an earlier flight home, citing vague business commitments, Jake was disappointed but understanding. As they bid farewell to Linda at the airport, Emma couldn't help but feel a sense of relief wash over her. With Linda gone, they could finally enjoy the rest of their honeymoon in peace. As they watched Linda's plane disappear into the distance, Jake turned to Emma with a smile. "I'm sorry about my mum," he said, squeezing her hand reassuringly. "But thank you for making the best of a difficult situation. I love you." Emma smiled back, feeling a warmth spread through her chest. Despite the unexpected challenges they had faced, she knew that their love was strong enough to overcome anything, even an overbearing mother-in-law on their honeymoon. With Linda gone, the atmosphere changed entirely. Emma and Jake revelled in the newfound tranquility, enjoying romantic dinners, sunset strolls, and lazy days by the water. They indulged in couples massages, explored hidden coves, and spent hours talking about their future. One evening, as they sat on the beach watching the sun dip below the horizon, Jake turned to Emma and said, "This is how I always imagined it would be, just you and me, creating memories together." Emma's eyes filled with tears of happiness. "Me too," she said softly, leaning into him. "I wouldn't trade this for anything." As their honeymoon drew to a close, they felt more connected than ever. The obstacles they had faced only strengthened their bond, proving that they could navigate anything life threw their way. When they finally boarded their flight back home, hand in hand, Emma felt a deep sense of contentment. Their honeymoon had been far from perfect, but it had been theirs. They had faced challenges, but they had also found joy in unexpected places. And most importantly, they had done it together. Years later, whenever the story of their honeymoon came up, Linda would scowl and complain about the dreadful trip, while Emma would smile sweetly and agree, "Yes, it was quite an unforgettable experience." Emma and Jake's dream honeymoon to the Maldives takes an unexpected turn when Jake's overbearing mother, Linda, decides to crash their romantic getaway without asking. Determined to reclaim their special time together, Emma devises a series of challenging and uncomfortable situations for Linda. Through sunburns, strenuous hikes, and intense spa treatments, Emma ensures Linda's uninvited presence is unforgettable, for all the wrong reasons. This tale of unexpected obstacles and creative solutions highlights the strength of love and the importance of setting boundaries, all while navigating the complexities of family dynamics.